Now let's talk about this music, okay? You got a new single out, Highway Music. Can we talk about that track?
Ooh, Highway Music was really just me getting into reality. You know, facing adulthood, facing life problems. You know, really facing myself and having to find that hardest period of your life where you facing reality. So literally, I just put it in a song like this. At that time, I was in a dark phase of my life, you know, and I was trying to find out how to, you know,
come up out of it. Yeah.
Like, and you know, I'm more of an uplifting person. My name is Prosperity. I like to uplift. How the hell am I gonna do that down? You feel me? So that's when I get into my worst moments. Like I be like, how am I gonna lift somebody if I can't uplift myself? So Highway Music was the escape. I forgot my scapegoat was music at the time. I was so caught up in other people's lives that I forgot what my scapegoat was, and it was Highway Music, and that was the healing for me. That's why it's called Thoughts of the Inner Child, the album, that song, because I feel like that was my inner child speaking to me. Like,
wow.
You're confused. You have to figure things out. You have to take things slow. And what do? I turn my music up. I get on the highway and I drive.
Yeah, so you call it Highway Music.
And blab that music, Highway Music.
Wow, I like that. And that's the thing where you say, you know, with having a brand, you know, what you say, prosperity, this is something positive. Do you find it so hard to try to figure out, you know, you pushing positivity during a time where everything is negative?
I swear to you, you know, and you know, it's funny because I be watching all these documentaries and stuff of the greats and everybody. I just, you know, think to myself, I hope that I'm not one of them ones that get documentary at the end of my career, like, he was really before his time, or he was really like, I you know, like, I just hope that I'm not the one that get praised, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not at the right time. But if I am, that's cool, you know. My job right now, I feel like, you know, I'm planting seeds, and not just any seeds, because if you plant a rose look pretty at the moment, but it dies, you know, and you barely see that rose.
Yeah.
I'm planting trees, you feel me? It's harder. Yeah. It's going to take longer to grow, but once it's growing, the only way it's coming down is if you chop it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I feel. So it's like I understand, and I knew exactly how rare this would be. Like whether I would like how long it'll take, wins and losses. I'm willing to do that.
So outside of Highway Music too, I know you got a single called Love Affair as well. So, you know, I know you prosperity and all that, but you also making sure that you know, you able to talk that love talk too.
Yes, that's another thing. Like, I grew up with music was very explicit, but not explicit. You know, where like I was singing songs and talking about stuff I didn't even know what I was talking about. It wasn't so bland and abstract as it is now. It wasn't straight to the point. It was like you had to get older to really understand what people talking about. I want to bring that back too, you know, like the Michael Jackson rock with you. When I was 10 years old, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but the grown folks in the room knew exactly what he was talking about.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to bring that back. Well, the melody's so good, you don't even care who, you know, what it is. So yeah, definitely. Definitely got my love affairs.
Yes. And also too, I love when you do the covers. You know, I seen you did one it was Sessions 32.
Yeah.
And I love Summer.
Oh man, I love Summer too.
I love Summer. So tell me about these covers too, and how you like, you know, taking these songs and being able to sing them, because you sing them down.
Oh yeah, I don't play. But it was, man, look, I'm telling you, like, I know where words fail, music speaks, man. And I grew up, like I said, my whole life listening to the greats do their thing. So it's like I didn't imitate so many artists. It's like no problem. I hear them on the radio, I sound just like the person. I done imitated so many artists for so long, I didn't know my own sound. You know, I didn't know because I was so busy imitating people. But I will say to you that I love, like, if I like the song, I'm going to definitely try to make it my own any way I could. And Session 32, one of the ones hit home. You know, not too many, you know, songs get my attention. But I was going through a heartbreak at the time, and I had to hit those notes. I had to, no offense, you know, I don't want no rights to that song, but man, that one hit home. Like that really introduced me to Summer Walker. Pretty sure it introduced most of us, but I love doing covers too. Like Donnell Jones, one of my favorite singers, you know, Babyface, all of them, you know, and what they did for the game. I want to re-evaluate. I want to bring back, you know, making love songs for women, making them songs for me. I want to do that. You know, I'm in the process of doing that as well.
For sure. That's what's up. Now, you know, you in Cincinnati right now. What made you decide to say, look, I need to go over to this Ohio? You know, you went to college here for a second,
I did.
What made you want to come to Cincinnati?
Man, you know, I've heard a lot about Ohio, and we right here, man. I just, you know, like, you know, I'm a traveler, like I said, and, you know, I like to do things like that, you know. I'm that one, you know, like, I don't try to be arrogant or none of that, but I know that, I follow what God, you know, follows me to do. And, you know, sometimes he tell me to do things I don't always agree with, you know, but this one, I was very comfortable. You know, I love Ohio, you know, and the people I've known from Ohio and all that, so I decided to come out, you know, and Gary, you know, we get a bad rep for ourselves. A lot of times, a lot of people don't understand because all they know is that we, you know, bad. You ain't heard nothing good since Michael Jackson, that's what people tell me. You know, and he almost been dead for 20 years now. Yeah. So, you know, I'm trying to change that narrative. I keep saying it, make the forgotten city the remembered one, you know.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, Prosperity, well, you know, you've been doing a lot. You've been traveling. You've been on your P's and Q's. What can we expect out of 2025, though? What you got coming?
Well, you know, of course, more traveling. But I want to expand and one day probably have my own showcase, you know, and, you know, have my own team of people wanting to do the same thing I'm doing, you know, instead of doing it alone, you know, because, I mean, it's cool to do it alone. I'm in my mind. I'm in my zone. I'm better off where I'm at, you know, with my solo team now, with my people that I'm working with. But to expand is better, you know, and that's what I'm looking for. Prosperity means growth. And if I'm doing the same thing with the same thing around me, there's nothing changing. I believe in change for the better. So I'm trying to work with whoever I can. And that's to go to 2025. You know, expanding the craft, accessing the craft, making it available for everyone and anyone around me.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But you know what? I'm glad you stopped by Cincinnati and made sure you came to kick it with 411 Uncut. I'm so glad you stopped by, man. And we gang now, okay? We gang. We super locked in now. We gonna be paying attention. We gonna have to come up there to Gary and see what's going.
Hey, I've been waiting on somebody to say that.
Yeah.
They say it, but they don't ever show up though.
Nah, we gonna pull up. We pull up with the camera.
Chicago. Yeah, I'm going right there. Pass right past the highway. Like, nope, Chicago.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a little more attention.
Yeah. And what part of Gary is you from? Shout out your neighborhood.
Well, I'm from the west side of Gary. Yes, I've been around everywhere though. So
okay.
You know, and you know, I get a lot of love from a lot of people around because I got a big family. Mm-hmm. So you know, it's just, you know, Gary is small but big. You know, as people don't understand, like, you will know the whole city and people won't even know your moves. You won't never see them a day in your life. You know, you'll never see them again. You'll see a person one time and never see them again. You know, like, that's how small but big Gary is. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I know that a lot of people from Gary are supporting me, and I love that for them, and I'm grateful for it. You know, and I just want to, you know, send love back, you know.
For sure.
You know,
man, you represented Gary in a major way on this couch, okay? For sure you did, man. Thank you so much. Let them know where they can follow you at. Put your socials and everything out there.
Okay, I go by Prosperity Martin. I got 3 albums out. You know, it's been a long time coming. 10 years of working them. They're on all platforms. First one, Good Intentions. General Obstacles of Determination, Intentionally. Then Thoughts of the Inner Child. And also Passion, Patience, and Prosperity on all platforms. You can find me on Instagram at prosperity_of_life. Anywhere else, TikTok, Facebook, and Prosperity Martin. And dreams don't work unless you do. That's all I really got to say. And, you know, just keep believing in yourself, and you will find a way someday.
So, Prosperity Martin, man. Thank you so much, man. Tapping in with 411 Uncut. We out.